na o share e wo KOFI TV so. The interview ayeye de wo ho enie. Se wani ji interview ayeye ho a, bomodin a na share fato wo so ma adofo enhu na wo mmra mehwe bi. Enu achi no se o share e wo YouTube so a like interview no e wo like button no eso. Enu achi no share ma adofo enya kwan enhwe bi. Sa wonka KOFI TV abusua no ho a mesra se obe click subscribe button no e kokko ai wo kona ho sa subscribe button no click so uwi a adoma bi wonchen ho click sa adoma no so e ka ho de ye ne se adoma no e ma brebia ye de video beto YouTube ha no onya kwan etumi ehunu e ma prompt e ka kire wo se KOFI di video ato ho subscribe no so de ye ne se e ma be ka KOFI TV abusua no ho na brebia ye live a watumi enya bi ahwe sa wo hwe e wo YouTube a Shannon so say your interview no do no aye e wo Facebook and sana ye de at YouTube and into no Facebook one say wo say joining ye na utumi bi share live e wo ha ye wo be ne say hwehwe KOFI TV e wo Facebook na click e wo follow and I say like your page no ye call live bi a e be send the prompt and I say be mo hu na send the message say KOFI e live na watumi a join ye the attorney say me complaint
is brought to you by
Visit Cup Farm today.
Brain X syrup. Emamofra adwini mapomuden. SCP, Esita.
Mama Royal Chocolate.
Delicious.
No, don't mommy be here.
KTA Mobile.
It's the future.
Slam Technologies.
The whole pen computer square wow. Teachers no wa botre no betimi achire wa eno ani Slam Technologies.
Fly Ethiopian Airlines, the new spirit of Africa, a Star Alliance
Nest Trading Agency. We are the best. Tap send.
Tap send. Charlie, me say menye ja ho. Me say tapo na send.
Rice pudding.
Abenda the bibia wom.
GhanaMatch.com.
Abrantie mi hu fum so bia won ho I see ku sa abrantie we o ka kire nkrofo ni se me mu bia anto home of line e wo so bia keke
na o sa kwa so ajenkwa ohine sesai kan ni important ni na o di nchesha dada manfo asem o madu poto
mewi na me si yan ka ha kwa ko ke ho se na wa se ho iti wa himie wa himfa
asasi anyone did do anyina ya mini meja dia na mo ha se memo nipa hunu ne ye na ye papa
ne na ye papa
ani so nipa beto ni home appliances nyina wo kafam eso se woni wonye mim so fa so pe istay kafam so te oteto woni e ma no so akodu 65%.
TV ke se pa no boy se
nso o ma so te o
ya TV ke se wa hifia
oni how
yeah, Abrantie me bi samwa obi antimi ka kire me de ntie se me kuno ensamo ka no susu to aso afi wei ye de Yesu hu be che no if so kan sempa afi foforo no ye be dwen maka famfo enso to me
anyhow hello kafam uma sorti ponto pilato mame
digital zakios Michelle Kofaka from TV kese no brem
Krachi ma honya ha
Cup assorted Easter promo. Up to 65% off.
For Yabama Moa Jona Yamama Kwaba, Edema KOFI TV so live. Said yɛdi kan atwerɛ ɛde ato hɔ no in fact yɛatete nsɛm no bebree Western Togoland ɛbaa ne sɛn ɛho abakɔsɛm ne sɛn yɛtia yɛ interviews koraa on this same matter pɛn ɛdidi ho a yɛkan ɛho news news no ebi suggest sɛ nipa ne bi akɔyɛ meeting yɛsi ebi mu akɔ ewura mu akɔ ne asrafo bi akɔ kyerɛkyerɛ nipa bi asrafo bi kwan a ɔmbɛtumi afa so abɔ ɔmo ho ban wɔ hɔ a ne yɛate yɛsi wɔn block kwan bi wɔ hɔ a na wate yɛsi yɛde posters ɛne billboards ɛsisi vantage points bi in the Volta region deɛ na ɛkɔ so okay sɛ meka sɛ kura no yɛakye nipa no ebi ɛwɔ mu charges a yɛde ama wɔn no ɛyɛ different charges but then the issue of Western Togoland wɔ hɔ a ne yɛate ebi sɛ yɛnuanom before sɛ ɔmo te ɔmo ho ɔmo nka Ghana ho bio wɔ hɔ a what exactly ɛna ekuo yi ɛhwehwɛ na coordinators a wɔn ɛna ɛkeka abom sese menim yɛ nkɔmɔ mu yɛbɛte aseɛ deɛ nti America ɛna sese ɔwɔ a yɛne no edi nkɔmɔ afiri adan ɛna ɔmo afie deɛ na ɛkɔ so all the questions but strangely before I yɛbɛdi saa nkɔmɔ yi no video bi ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛhunu sɛ ɛyɛ video a 1957 mu hɔ ne United Nations meetings ahodoɔ ansa na ɔman Ghana yɛba abɛgye Ghana atom free Gold Coast mu no nkrataa bi a makenkan koraa no let me see one of the letters yɛde ne nyinaa bɛto screen no so na aboa ɛwɔ yɛn nkɔmɔ a yɛdi emu and this one way dated 6 March 1957 nkrataa yɛde ma Ghana abra na yɛde yɛn ho no ebi ɛno no now can I was saying in accordance with the third operative paragraph of the United Nations General Assembly resolution of 13 December 1956 say I have the honor to inform your excellency but okay I bad down honor and I say a free anajo 5th and 6th anajo to March 1957 no under the terms of the Ghana Independence Act, the territories previously comprised in the Gold Coast become independent state of Ghana under the same act. The union of the former trust territory of Togoland under the British administration with the independent state of Ghana ne nyina no ekabom ti no ama technicalities kakra e wasa asemi emuna coordinators a wo coordinate Western Togoland di ho ensem ni din any set mi fetu set yam akwaba so to men kan yam akwaba
thank you so much
all right empombo ko there
nyamiadum everything is fine we are doing well in there
okay first of all ma yentiase mo amuwo akwantu ada na uni Ghana to fight for this battle but then others are also in other parts of the world coordinating ada na mo Ghana emame
I think that you don't really have to be in Ghana before you can advocate for the right thing to be done. You can be everywhere. Today, the world is a global village. You can be everywhere and do what you want to do the right thing for your land. This is where I live. This is where I work. This is where my children live. If I should come down to Ghana, I have no job. I need to survive as well. So whilst I'm here trying to push the right thing to be done, at the same time, I have to work and take care of myself because if I'm not alive, how can I do this? If I don't have a roof over my head, how will I be able to do this? So it's not necessarily that I should be down there before I could do this. Once in a while, I used to come down there, but if I can't, it could be about 1 month down, I'm gone because if you take more than 1 month before you come back, your job is gone. So we have to survive. For the sake of survival, we have to be where we are and then do the right thing. So
fight same course, no. Are they not surviving? Are there many challenges to be?
Oh yes, if you are in Ghana and you will also be surviving. I mean, you should have a job. I don't have a job in Ghana. I don't have a work in Ghana. That's what I mean by survivor.
Oh, okay.
The Kofi, if I should come to Ghana and spend about 2 months, if I should go back to the state and I lost my job and I come back and I said I'm hungry, I can't find a job. You know how bad it will look like. You understand? So it's not necessarily that I should be down there before doing the right thing or asking my countrymen to do the right thing. When you remember the roper, those who took the roper to court were not people living in Ghana, they were people living outside, but they were able to fight those courts. So it's not necessarily to be in Ghana before you can advocate for the right thing to be done. All that I am doing and my other colleagues is to just advocate that the right thing should be done, just to inform our timid youths that they should wake up to reality, look for the truth, and put their politician to the test for them to come up clearly and speak on the truth. Today, the truth is everywhere. Information is on our fingertips. We don't have to rely on anybody to tell us what is going on. So that is exactly what we are all doing.
All right. Facha me pa me say utwi no enye too good, but they are boy yen kakra try na yen catchy kakra for purpose of my target audience on this platform more now no we prefer say you better try na ya can. Okay. Ghana ufri here potin.
Ghana me free Kliko.
Okay. Kliko. Okay. Kliko I fall under Western Togoland. Does it fall under Western Togoland and more boundaries, you know?
Yes.
Let me get the demarcation. Boundaries, you know, fall under Western Togoland.
Many people have asked me, beside me, question, you know, other programs, you know, so now my Dika Kachrom said, with the issue about boundaries, we will leave that one to the United Nations. Miti ha make kano and yes miti ho keke na mabbo mitrim and America ma G document your friend krata so no chufu dia mbatumi aka no better. How do you say document in G krata and I have them to prove whatever I am saying. So yeah can baby I was sending for document in nature no me the my family na am bad because this is the first time I'm able Kofi show, and you know, Dianikita Ohano, I will be able to show you when the need arise. Now, me pese or tear for someone so no munti and some no was sumpem yam penun topa, and yan tokwanti and I yen but emu assume and nontina yen and yes say sorry and I one thing is to say yan kase ye tia hu every Ghana we are not staying separating from Ghana and no there some I can tiawa and one say ya papa no to aba ya friend plebiscite our 1956 to aba still omuni independent gold coast by union samreno ama United Nations edinisa eto so say omutu ye omu anye na Ukraine say Britain lied to United Nations United Kingdom Britain omu chantro ema United Nations say union na omu si onu hweso na omu ampara element na wukikano ampara say union no omaye na omu di date atudwa say union omu ye no eda Ghana enya pahundie. The day Ghana became independent, that day the union between Ghana or independent Gold Coast and the former trust territory of Togoland under British administration and also my union. And I see say union why you there any documenting a union documenting a there is no union over to me aya kratabia and daso and yeah papa no omutiase samre no no omuni Ghana antinasi andi peta ho bia concerning union and in na union mu ya union omo antinasti anya hu preparation dia adia ya friend union constitution no ebi ni ho to me union without a union constitution we union a union constitution and no nema backing of the union and this a union constitution and anywhere any union no any dear one agreement no any union no any dear one and I am telling you with authority, I am telling you with the fact that Britain lied to United Nations. United Nations. They say, "Oh my union, that's union." Say union. As you say, young Colabium. You near 50. You won't pay for you. Young Tenassi. She said, "And we are no more. Ni a share cratanomo. Ni ya 5 year to year. Union. Ni ya. And the some Tiawani. Just introduction. When you ask me the other question.
Okay. Okay, say union beyond Koswa. Does it mean as it stands now, no? Ghana and Con and a Western Togoland and Sonko. Until say a yes, union on the between academy and Abumana.
Yes. Sesiano, over to me who say the union and no Emma Western Togoland. And I say a crona from Togoland and the British administration and now British Togoland. Nina no ayasem pro. Me pese audience no amuti ase say ye ka Western Togoland ye ka sa enwa na ye ka say Togoland and the British administration. It's the same thing that we are saying that is British Togoland. Until this piece of land will become part of Ghana unless there is a union exist between these two before the people of Western Togoland can be classified as Ghanaians or part of Ghana.
No, so see, and Chemu Adema Mitchell says, so be click up, baby, are free. I know be wo, I know be wo Pando, and I say, Obi were part of Northern region, baby, I will just say, map on a fahono, part of Eastern region, Oti region, Obi were all these parts are. Technically, and so to me, Ghana passport, we saw your Ghana now, as we speak. Sana person actually.
Your line is breaking.
What am I can say? Maybe some
see Obi or Oti region.
Obi or Oti region, Obi or click up, maybe I will Ufi Ankasa, who part of Northern region, part of Eastern region. Any baby at boundary no F1. Technically, Omunya Ghana for all.
De facto, they are Ghanaians, but de jure, they are not. The only time I to me, I Ghana for I bet to me, I can yes, I union. And now, to me call a voter region, to me call Oti region. You can tell them, say, do about to no Jinaho, no catch will be our Oti region. Say, I am challenging you, you are not a Ghanaian. You are not allowed to register and vote. You are a Togolese. The person is telling you the truth. You are a Togolese by nature. You are a Togolese. You can't Togolese style. I am you are Togolese. Until say yes, I union. These people, Mamprosi, Tatale, Kusasi, Tripoli, Pusika, all the way, the Gombas. All the way down to Oti region, all the way down to Pando, where name them, all these people. And say, Obi Ebejina or not catch Rosana on Yahweh, encourage to do on to say, yes, I union, no dear, and there won't get any papa.
Okay, and they say more call it for Sa Union, no, and now say more call it for Niemebia Esemon Saka. What exactly, Anna? Because agitation, no, yeah, just a story is not a brain. Tiama, we are not really focusing there. Yet, Tiana say, any other way, free voter region, say, Omo, that is the general information about out. And yes, I walk here, coming in, say, Mampu, Pusiga, Dagomba 4, Eba, Oti region, Ekofa, Eastern region. Eastern region, Kroba important. Like
I said to you before, when him say Akosombo was part of the voter was cut into Eastern region. And other areas alongside with Akosombo into the interior of the Eastern region. To the I am willing to just give you the
key, sure. Signboard, I. And I mean, who signboard maybe were Eastern region? Yeah. Yeah.
So those things. So now very conscious. Pay attention for see signboard wo baby. Nipa na wo see signboard wo ka say wo pro no e ka wasi Togoland. Sa nipa no na entiase e se o e ka no. Wo ko ye we ya, wo ko pen papa.
Yeah.
And wo ba gina TV so ana radio so na wo ka nyama say boundaries ni wo ba say ni kan because nipa story no on nipa. This is the place. Then it's a fact. Who should document our kind? Who to meet us? Yes, sir. A crowby the Western Togoland. Almost to our back. Say, I'm gonna buy a union. And the cyclone even 1 meter square. Who to meet the cyclone and can't go coast. A good coast and a Ghana. And then a here was in Ghana for was in say a good coast. And no, and the Bay Ghana. Now, Gold Coast. Now, Western Togoland, so and also and Gold Coast. And a dinner and net Western Togoland for a Gold Coast. And you know, the demarcation, like I said, is not necessary at this time that we are talking because it is in the hands of the United Nations. Yeah, Papa and share your name, Nim story, no, Nim history, no, Nim Samuka. Young person, you know, by year, which and Sana and Mutano and your bomb fire said, and just and I was said, young penny for Naiwa Ghana, Omunya Santa Sian said, a crona Omutua, so many union, young to me union. Okay, that's my brow question. Now we see, real question. We see, crona, I had.
Now, maybe Sasa, anti, Omo holding in ano technically, Omonka Ghana, one. Omo to a body ama Ghana. Omo ye everything, Omo to Omo toward the ama Ghana, sa. And dear important, I'm up, say, Mobatimo, what's a Nyanti home? And is it just a document there?
That is the word I'm looking. So we want separation, we want no. We have understand through our search. Call UN documents we bring Numa. Utumi who say, Emma yadi assassin Emma Britain. A agreement etuso. Emma Britain or share or the report from United Nations. I'm telling you the report by who one of the report Britain sent to the United Nations on our.
Yeah, 1924.
Yeah. So it's one of the reports that I just have one. There's a lot of reports because at Fibiano, I was a Britain onshore report from United Nations saying I was share. At the same time, you know, Britain onshore report from the Queen how they take care of their colony. Gold Coast. Gold Coast was a British colony. So, the governor in charge of the Gold Coast have to write a report every year to the Queen how they've taken care of Gold Coast for the year. Like every year, you know, our mutual report, Emma Queen. But because of some of a colony, Gold Coast, your colony, you know, you can throw letter via report via MIUN about Gold Coast. By no Western Togolanders, no, yeah, colony. We are not British colony. Yeah, the Maomo with the international law, and you know, Britain, I share with international law, and every year, no, I was a Britain and throw report, you know, or about a governor, no, about the Queen. And then all the back to the UN, how I all share it. And many soon say I was saying on my leaders now we rule ourselves. A whole now British say and obey union. Am I Western Togoland any Gold Coast? And the Usha resolution 1044 now. Okay, I was said Britain on my Gold Coast independent because Gold Coast is a slave. I'm sorry to be using those words, but I need to say it for we Ghanaians to understand that when we were called Gold Coast, at that time we were slaves. We have no right. Okay. We have no right at all. We were slaves. And at that time, a slave,
no.
Yeah, so because of that, UN actually said, to me, any union, colony, any trust territory, it's never done. A union has to be established between two equal countries. So, as son of that union, any I was a woman who colony Gold Coast, I was a woman on independent, not on original, na a union. Na sa union no ana ye kaste ye papa no matu aba say omo de omo say siso say ampa ye gitum say ye ni Gold Coast by ye union and an independent Gold Coast will be in a form of a union, will be together in a form of a union. Na sa union no ya anye and ye kase and then asem na ye gina so ye di kasa ni say resolution 1044 no UN resolution 1044 omo ye no December 13, 1956, that resolution, implemented fully. Now, Western Togoland, so ni Fahundi anka was anka union now was only Ghana Enyan. That figure yen na sana obi to me ko jina obi anim akacha ni say we are Togolese unya Ghana ni na obi emfa na hondi embre enye juma magana na edu emra awase engineering time package na ya catch and say wo nya Ghana ni wo ye Togo ni na answer na obi su every Western Togoland na oye juma ema Ghana obetumi di na kuma the person who work from his heart obeyi na kuma mu aye juma no because him say ekoi eye nimpo na enne no near what he said, we be Magana, who just or Chinabi, me old age. The bet me a catch and said, me near Ghana, Niaka was a minano, a bia misanka, until Jumano will be ya, or Yanu a haniha, or any funny fact. And you know, waiting to Korea, Yako finding out. This is the truth that we have discovered. So that's what we are asking for. The union, we are not asking for separation, we are not asking for succeeding. We are not asking anything of those things. We are asking for the union. Yeah, any Ghana for your but until such union, yeah. And no, and and our people are using that to for some person Obianka see a tiam. Yeah, Cassie a tiam. Obianka or a tiam. Omundi Yamanasi. Mitias, and yet to do a task. And nothing I waste your time. I explain that they are now Muntias. They are no Omubatias. The Amanda said, where we are today is not about material, it's not about separation. No, it's not like that. It's about regularizing the union, making the union work, establish the union as it is. And you know, union, I know, and I can't say, then can't say, Bibiara next time, no Bibiara Becachro say a team. Manitia says, yes, say, yan Cassie a team. Yes, say, union. When dear Ghana buy Campo Esu so Becca. Ghana buy Yami Catcher when Yano. Ghana buy any. Now, identity abro ni bayi. Anu tinu Ghana penny for almost to me, boss who said. Union akawasi enye naso no mudi nkola na munina na mapanche ya muka no na mabagina tips na penny a oye obi a odi amani no bagina ba bia e ka na muso mutia enye no na ka because omunim they knew very well that the union is the right word and the union is what we're supposed to do, but they will not mention it, so they'll be mentioning separation, succession. We'll be using all those words to confuse people. What must say? Because you can't union, themselves for that is their right. So they won't do it. But if you look at someone, document you tell someone, Ghana Penipia, what cancel? Oh, for year and separation like I was union like I was here, now I am passing to about papa no to abase omuni ye union. What is said Ghana Penipia Casada? It doesn't mean say the leaders of Ghana don't know the truth about this. They knew it, but why are they not saying it? Why are they not coming publicly to say the truth? But they will come and say, oh, you see, because it is not about your team. So they are hitting that side. They are feeding the public the wrong information. So you develop the wrong notion. Well, no problem. You can even make your textbook and put some stuff inside. How much for this one? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Set Mefeto ena yedi enkomo na womo coordinators a Western Togoland womo coordinate womo ensem so far enchemu a abano ama menye ate asie in a certain way what exactly ana womo hwehwe strangely obehia Ghana for bisa say yate successions group yate Western Togoland e den potin won pese womo ya de na yete ye ne se womo se womo te womo ho afri Ghana ho womo nka Ghana ho eni nti womo te womo ho but per the explanation or the mami no and say abra na go koso wo ho no na Western Togoland enso wo ho enti na Britain for no e ba say wo mo ma go koso fa hodie no omo ma go koso fa hodie nemum na Western Togoland enso ede ne ho wo nchen na eho behia say Western Togoland ene go koso ebe konkrata mu na wo mo aka bom say wo mu nyina be ye baako sa eho abato ne nkrata no ena enwie peyo eni nti se wo mu se Britain etro krata de koma United Nations se Western Togoland eni goko sabre no wo mu nyina gi atomu aka bom wo mu nyina be ye Ghana nanso se wokọ batro na ekọ ne nkrata ne we no a ensipi enti technically no wo mu se gokos eni Western Togoland enyina aka bom be ye Ghana de nanso konkrata mu ankasa pa no a Ghana ankasa e gokos ena Western Togoland nso ewo ho a enya nka momu enti omu srese sanka bomu no emra ewo nkrata mu ni bibia na yentumi ehu se Ghana Western Togoland ka ho but sade etie sisi ya no se obi gina ba bi eka se obi da gomba for enye Ghana for voter region for enye Ghana for Eastern region enkro boy ni bi akoso mbo sei enye ka Ghana ho a nipa no eye right say obetumi aka fi say sa netie kopem say sa union no ebetumi abaso nti se de o hwehwe ene de kuo no wo mo hwehwe nyina ne say ye ma sa nka bomu no emra but o ka say akoso mbo nka Ghana ho a na ye Ghana so na ye si ye dama then set ho no a bit way kakra because minim de nka bomu no beba de be ye already nipa no one na anya wo awie. Enti why preach virginity to the person? Already the person is pregnant. I feel now preaching virginity. Nipa no we're breaking the virginity into onyem. So Ghana and Western Togoland already abom crying akoso mbone say your projects ACC asase you call it technically say Western Togoland. ACC so that. So the nkabomo has happened. Me who unless you give me more information, where exactly it lies now.
Yo, okay, Medasi. Yo, macho, akasa.
Yeah, akasa, metio pa.
Okay. Yo, Medasi, sena ukaya no. Yeah, nia ye ka tituani se. A carbon no, when you are talking about union, there are certain privileges. Ubi only union onya. And you know, some privileges, you can only have that privileges. A union agreement. And no better say na ebekon. And sa and more union. Who but to uno be but to sa na mona. understand bi wo ho entiasie bi e wo ho e kire se menua Kofi asome maame na aso maame na aso ene mi no bom ye ba ade ba na ufa left me fa right ufa up me fa down sa entiasie no e wo ho na sa entiasie no e be wo dia ye friend no union agreement and our union document e be wo and this union document union agreement any one and a carbon na yes ya carbon in the form of a union and any day one the constitution one where are we going to make those things. So we are saying that thing should be done, that we should come together and formalize the union, write the union agreement, and then we understand that okay, meaning and offer left and offer right, offer up and offer down. Esana na entiasie ayeduma ochine bi no ye manumu embegina ho na obimba aba be ka kire ni se wo nya ganani emra ne papa edi na ho de ni na ayeduma amagana na obi aba ka kire ni se wo nya ganani wo ye Togolese na ebia nyama e wose onu su onya aseganian na wa ahwe saade no because ye see onya ganani o ye Togoni entino ye ye a no ye papa na political union here obeying your political union say yaka boom the dance no. It's never done like that. We share other union countries like Britain now. They are proper documents. They have a proper document on the union, so they know how to go by the document. Everybody know their line of the tone. And we can't just say because we have been together for some time, so therefore we are one. No. Some people
said see enya one JJ Rawlings abeye Ghana president. So onye Ghana nia oye den beye Ghana president.
Because the land has been absorbed. Western Togoland has been absorbed into Ghana. The people voted to join Ghana in a union. The union was not established and the land was absorbed illegally. It was absorbed illegally and these people are in Ghana illegally. And Diambay Piano Ombay or Ghana, Fiana or of Western Togoland. That's what you know, UN Secretary General in the name of Ghana. Or Nukra or Yanipabaku, she has sent our Peja Ghana D Anko International. A man, a crowd of free Western Togoland, ya absorbing. Nipa Bakusu to me, and this a Nipa Dodona, sorry, and Nunti and I yesu yeka. Onipa baku betunya ya akaya yedida ba onipa baku tumi nye e wo se ye Ghana fo ene niamu ye Western Togoland fo o wo se muti ase se ade we enye e wo se ye correct so that future generation will not come and face the same problem. So we are trying to face it. We are trying to awaken everyone into the reality. And next time anani se yenim nipa omuti ase yenim nipa omuni nama omuka ye won nipa omu wa aban mu amuka. There were Western Togoland in the Jubilee House. We have Western Togoland in the Parliament House. We have Western Togoland in Kejetia Market. We have Western Togoland in Kutokraba Market. We have Western Togoland in the local university. We have Togolanders in every school in Ghana. You see? So we are saying that people to understand, they should come to understand that we should come together and do it right.
But said, no. United Nations Declaration on Nkomo Ayedi na etumi ama wate asie eye bra wo muhia ye wo a copy wa ha ye bebo enchekra. But utie set there walking. Now utie na na rekwampe message I was sending me says was you lowered the flag of Ghana and raised your so-called Western Togoland flag, and you say it is not separation. What happened there? Say separation. Then what was it? Are you saying say okay, Hono technically it's not part of Ghana, so Ghana flag shouldn't fly there. Western Togoland flags should fly there. Was that what it meant?
No, that is not what it meant. I have not lowered the flag of Ghana. I have never done that. Even what I'm saying, I've never lowered the flag of Ghana. And I have never raised the flag of Western Togoland. I have never done that. What I said here is that I made it clear to you that Western Togoland and Gold Coast are not the same land. They are two entities. They are two different entities.
Yeah.
The only thing that will bring them together is the union. And the union, Western Togolanders voted for it. But that union that they voted for has not been established. So even though we are Ghana, the people say we want to be one. We voted to be one in the form of a union. So when we establish the union, we are still one, but in union. So we still have one flag. We'll be running under one flag. We'll be doing everything back and forth. You do not see anything this year, but you know that you are entering. When you enter Western Togoland, you know you are entering Western Togoland. It's just like the United States. If you're from New York, you go to New Jersey. You know, you don't see no borderline, but you knew you are in New Jersey. If you are from New York, you are going to Connecticut. When you get there, you don't see any line, any border. You don't see nothing. But you knew that this place is Connecticut. That's what it is. But it's one country. If you go to Nigeria, when you move from one state to another, it's the same Nigeria. It's the same. You don't see any flag that you say, oh, this is our state flag and this is the Nigeria. You don't see that. So we are not going to have two flags. We only have one flag. They are all going to work under one flag. But at the same time, you know, the territorial integrity needs to be preserved. You see, the territorial integrity of Western Togolanders need to be preserved. The liberty and the right of Western Togolanders need to be preserved. We cannot abandon those things because we absorb these people for a very long time. So therefore, they should accept it. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. You can see very much well that this is what our issue has been. So we are not asking for lowering one flag and raising one flag. It's going to be only one flag. So we should just do the union and we all serve under one flag. Are we not serving under the same flag before people pointing fingers in our face telling us that we are not Ghanaians? KOFI, you are not.
Yeah.
All those happen.
Yeah.
I've seen lawmakers coming out boldly telling us that we are not Ghanaians. We have seen presidential candidates prior to the 2016 election at the Alisa Hotel in airport. They made it clear that over something 276,000 people in the voter region are not Ghanaians, they are Togolese, and we've seen all those things. Where is all this thing coming from? Where is all this thing coming from? It's because the union was not established. So the citizenship of these people is questioned. So when somebody is saying this, the person will be saying it. But if we don't take time, this thing will lead to something else. That's why we are saying that the generation of today, God be so good, we are law-abiding citizens. We should work together to make sure that the union is established. So that all this, I challenge you, I do this, will be off. And then the right of the citizens of Western Togoland will also be accorded to them. We were mentioning J.J. Rawlings being a president and whatever. At the end of the day, what did they not do Ghanaians? What did the Ghanaians not do to J.J. Rawlings? In 1992, J.J. was challenged in a court. 1992, he was taken to court. At the time that he was a president, he was taken to court and they challenged him and said that he is not a Ghanaian. The ruling is there. You can go and search for it. J.J. Rawlings was challenged at the time he was occupying the highest office in the land. He was challenged. So what are we talking about here? Today, Dumelobo, what is happening to him? Or what has happened to him? What have we not heard about Dumelobo? So we should yes. So we should consider all these things and say, no, we can't live like this. We are brothers and sisters. We want to live together in peace. But before we can live with peace, there must be justice. If there is no justice, there can never be peace. You see, so therefore, let's do the right thing. Let us take the path of justice. By justice, we are talking about making the union so that the people of Western Togoland can also have their mind. They can have their fundamental human rights restored, and then we can all move along as one country. A union does not mean we are separating one country from another. People are thinking that if the union is established, we are no. Nigeria is a union state. Is Nigeria not a one country? America is a union state. Is America not one country? Britain is a union state. Are they not one? So why are we so afraid to establish the union? we make the union will still be Ghana, provided if the people agree to use the same name. For what again? So that's all that we are saying, my brother.
Yɛbɛhwɛ video kakrai wei yɛ video a ɛkɔ so United Nations wɔn nhyiamu bi a wɔn ɛkɔɔyɛ yɛntie. In fact, the audio is critical and yɛnhyɛ video na say with that audio no ɛde video no na yɛntie nkɔmɔ a yɛdi, meaning say truly na yɛwɔ Western Togoland bi ɛwɔ hɔ pɛɛ video a yɛba bɛhwɛ. And a history to a lot of Ghana for me personally, Krano. Until such agitation, I probably be a history student in T, and I mean him there. Until agitation, no, Nami said there was something like that. And yentie video no, nina a form of education. Na into me and TSC. I'll be coming to you with some questions. Our man for us and they say agitation a course so in the voter region no, made it look like votarians and a person or more. So widening the scope and bringing Akusombo, bringing the parts of the northern region and others, you know, a different thing to them. But you share this part of declaration of course United Nations, woman share more, woman share and some more can.
At the same time, we feel that the question which should be put before the people at the present stage should be only one that is related to an immediate practical proposition. And that, in our opinion, is union with the Gold Coast. If union with the Gold Coast is rejected by the people, a new situation will arise, which will have to be considered afresh, in our opinion. For the present, we think it is unnecessary to anticipate it or to provide for it. That would be tantamount to prejudging the results. We regard the independent and isolated existence of British Togoland as extremely precarious, both politically and economically. Indeed, the visiting mission itself seems to recognize the validity of this argument. As we've said earlier, continued trusteeship administration, either for the entire territory or for a part of it, seems unnecessary and undesirable. For one thing, it may not be practicable, as pointed out by the UK representative, and for another thing, as we've said previously, it is not clear why there should be continued tutelage for a part when it has been claimed that the objectives of the trusteeship system have been substantially attained and will be fully attained in the territory as a whole by association with the Gold Coast. No doubt, members of this council will appreciate the many difficulties in continuing the territory's present form of trusteeship administration as an integral part of the Gold Coast after the Gold Coast becomes independent. International supervision would then amount to limitation of the sovereignty of the Gold Coast and would therefore clearly not be acceptable. We do not therefore see any immediate practical advantage in posing the second question before the people, namely continued trusteeship pending some kind of future unification of the two Togolands. Whatever the past history of the two territories may be, they have each been for over 30 years under different trusteeship administrations. It is today as they were 2 years ago. One thing which clearly emerges from a study of this matter is that the unification move arose out of the desire of the Ewe people to be under one administration and later assumed a larger political aspect. However, basically the problem is still an Ewe problem. In our opinion, political union based on tribal and ethnic considerations is not the most desirable or wise course, and perhaps even contrary to the basic objectives of the trusteeship system. Any concession to a demand of this kind for unification may well raise similar problems concerning other tribes which, like the Ewes, are distributed between the Gold Coast, the British and French Togolands. I may mention in this connection the following. single question were to be put.
Right. I was for way a one part. I mean, more second part, our delegation, a free Ghana, the then go coast, and I say whatever, Anna Womu, Anomo represented our United Nations. One more call ye, and some more wanted to anymore. And also bring it to Adisia, yes, yen share video no wakakra, but I'm just giving the boy cry near the full one. No. Mame Mao, a portion of this one as well. Delegation womu free yeha a course in Shemono ebin semwa omo de tuja.
I need hardly assure you, gentlemen, how happy the council is to see you take your seats before us. And I can equally speaking assure you that we shall give the closest possible attention to the statements which I understand you propose to make to us. And I now have pleasure in calling in the first instance to address the Council, calling on Mr. S.T. Flecko.
I am greatly honored at the permission granted me to appear before you. I come as a chosen representative of the Southern Togoland branch of the Convention People's Party. In particular, I speak for the Eves who inhabit the Ho and Pando districts of the southern section of Togoland under United Kingdom trusteeship. One fellow representative will speak on behalf of the other peoples of the southern section. Furthermore, still another representative will speak on behalf of the people of the northern section of the territory. I should like to refute at the outset the allegation made in the recent cablegram from the Togoland Congress, reproduced in document T-PET 6L42. This allegation is unfounded. It is one more example of the untrue and misleading statements that have so often been made before important organs of the United Nations. My colleagues here, who represent the chiefs and people of the Buem Kraki district and of the northern section of the territory respectively, will speak for themselves on this matter. Far-reaching developments now taking place in my area. Since 1950, I have, among others, done service for the government, including those of Hohwe Town, a secondary school site at Pando, and the community center site at Amfuega, all in the Trust Territory. Among the work that I have undertaken recently is a contract with the government to survey a line for a new road from Kirepe to Ahunda. It is only with reluctance that I have felt called upon to travel to New York in view of the greater importance which is obviously attached here to the spoken word, and also to present to the United Nations the true side of the picture which has been misrepresented for so long a time. My people had wanted to send me here to the last session of the 4th committee, but the British prevented me. I will not take any more of the Council's valuable time with personal history. The wishes of the people I represent have been set out in the petition T-PET 6329 Ad 1. Nationalist political party whose leaders suffered imprisonment at the hands of the imperialists, but who triumphed, who have striven ever since to achieve an even greater measure of self-government. In fact, the Convention People's Party is now French. Many of us, indigenous inhabitants of the Trust Territory, have helped build up the Convention People's Party from the very beginning. The party is no foreign importation and has won resounding majorities in almost every one of the local government elections. The claim of my party to represent the large majority of the people. At first, Mr. Anto and his friends were not taken seriously by any of us. But the credence which the constant reiteration of the minority view at the United Nations has apparently encountered has made us decide to come to you with our side of the case. We feel that we must defend our cause and resist any attempt to cut our area off from the Gold Coast. Least of all, at a time when we are on the eve of attaining self-government. To this end, we of the CPP have publicly announced that we seek to give effect to the wishes of the majority of the people in British Togoland who are in favor of continuing our association. It was with this policy that the CPP achieved its notable electoral success in the Southern Togoland local authority elections. And this will be its platform at the forthcoming general elections.
I call upon Mr. Elisani to address the Council. Mr. Elisani.
Mr. President, distinguished members of the Trusteeship Council, I have come here as a petitioner representing the chiefs and peoples of Dagomba, Nanumba, Mamprisi, and Gonja, who are within the northern section of Togoland and the United Kingdom Trusteeship. That similarly, the life of a useful man like me has a priceless value. But in spite of the great value which they attach to both the sum of £1,000 and my life, they have unhesitatingly decided to risk the two in order to send me to you here in New York across several thousand miles. Under the hard rule of the Germans, we always had the feeling of being in captivity and slavery. Or thereabout, our wishes were at last fulfilled. Germany was defeated and restored our states to their original holds. We celebrated these. These were not issues with which we, the peoples in the North, were concerned. But we were, nevertheless, in sympathy with the others and thought their requests were reasonable and just. As the course of events appeared to indicate, it looked as though the other people's requests were not being met in a manner which gave them satisfaction by the administering authorities. So, as we were made to understand, they petitioned the United Nations to intervene. Accordingly, in order to help find a suitable method of solving the difficulties, the United Nations sent out a visiting mission to the territory in 1949 to gain on-the-spot knowledge of the situation and report to the Council.
Usafo said me de tu dwa no video no ewa portions no ebi eni no mo hona mete Dagomba fo a omo nso ye part enti yesua de ewo sa issue ehon mostly one thing is issue ba we just take the face of it na ya brushing off without really understanding and somewhat a womb and ama and ya adwen say we want to educate ourselves. Na yati asie di important and na Western Togoland for ebisa. Nano na mishia obi na misa ne say ejapa deal e kire say mate say gold bi na onte asie but obete ejapa deal na Ghana for suma ejapa deal bebre no anti asie. The same with Western Togoland. They yeti ye and say in voter region say omote wo ho. That is what we heard. And one year you jump on till education ya ebe chiremu not to say ente ho na eba na mum enchiremu bi ewo ho and what exactly they are expecting and no and nam so ma ye disa enkomo nti se wutie ni din a you understand say education ewom ebe ma ya tie ase ne ehu say no ye ne omonya adwen we understand where they are coming from and we don't agree with them ye ne omoya adwen so we really have the full facts ye te de omo kan wase and yes ye ne omoya adwen enti ensemba that is general advice messer say yeah we shouldn't just jump on because go for yes and then that is all ye further checks and no ebi na ye yes betumi ati ensem ne bi ase set enti what check share ensem no mu nyina ya share videos ebi there are some letters communications bi a me ankasa so making kan bi but it's still the fact and say say separation amopa the agitations ne the akoso no what is happening then set maybe say agitations akoso no if not for separation then what is happening?
Thank you so much. I understand that there have been agitation from some people who were talking about separation a while ago, but now that agitation has gone down. I don't blame them because when you suppress people for a very long time, they actually come up with something that you don't imagine. I see their problem as the reason why they were asking for separation. I see that as lack of good strategy or understanding the system. And also, I can also see that one of the things that fueled that agitation was the government hostile behavior towards these people that has made them to demand such agitation. So it is not surprising that the people do that. But now that we are talking, those agitation has gone down. People are getting the message. People are getting the understanding that it is not a separation that we need.
Hello, sir. Network, no. Charity Aduma KOFI.
One of the group called People's Liberation Council has been championing this idea of union. And the union, they are not saying that you should sit down there and then the union will come one day. They have also taken the steps, and they also say that, okay, we should do something for ourselves. Even though we are asking for union, when the union is established, at the same time, we will also be doing this on our own. But we have a problem. We have many problems that the government is not able to solve for us. So let's begin to solve those problems whilst we are waiting for the union to come. So there was a time in 2018 that People Liberation Council organized a environmental program at Keje. They tried to teach the people about tree planting and other issues that will help the environment. It was there that the Ghana authorities arrested these people. They arrested them for teaching the people how to do tree planting and take care of their own environment. And then their equipment that they were using to train these people or teach them, they were also confiscated. Again, the Secretary General of People Liberation Council was arrested. Why? Because he was embarking on helping people to do women to develop what do you call it? Association of Western Togoland Women in Development. That women were taking up a development role, that he was advocating for that, and he was teaching them also how to go into bee farming and other stuff to help themselves to come out of these economic challenges. And then when the very day he'll be arrested, he went to renew his certificate. And then he was arrested. His computers and everything was confiscated. Together, he is also a leading member of the Bee Association in Ghana. And all those computers comprising with the Bee Association and stuff like that, that has nothing to do with Western Togolanders. Today, as I'm talking to you, it's still in the hands of the Ghana authorities, the police. They are still holding that in their custody. This man was arrested and was treated. Today, as I'm talking to you, a strong man is now a sick man in a sick bed. He can't even get out because of the was given in the hands of the police. You see, so these are the things.
Man, Ben, no. Which man? Man, Ben, no, yes, treatment now.
That was 2019 that the arrest happened. I think, if my memory serves me right, it was July 5th.
No, why now see Abona won't mean that
he was arrested.
Why Abona won't mean that?
Mr. Odonko, his name is Odonko.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is, he's still going to court as we speak now. He goes to court every month. He's on bail. He's at home, lying down on his sick bed. Before he used to have a phone, but his phone was confiscated. Also, they seized the phone. So there is no way some of us can reach out to him and find out how he's doing. But by the grace of some family members that we were able to speak to, sometimes you hear that he was at home and he collapsed, and they have to rush him to the hospital. That was where he returned from the police cell. They took him to court, and the court granted him bail. He came home a sick person, a strong man on his own feet, going back and forth. As soon as he returned from the hands of the police, he became a sick man. And today, I mean, it's been a long time I heard from him, though, but I knew that he's still not well. And sometimes you go to court sick. I learned one time that some people went to court and saw him. They say he couldn't even walk. He can't even sit down. He keeps sleeping in the courtroom. He was sick. And saw him. These are something that these Western Togolanders are actually receiving. And this particular man with the People Liberation Council were training the people. They were educating the people how to take development projects by themselves.
No, but I don't know training will be. I didn't show Kukuamu some corner be where nobody is aware.
No, the People Liberation Council do not train people in the bush. They go to community by community. They organize a program. That is why they are able to be arrested where they were in the community, teaching them how to do communal work and stuff like how to take up challenges in the community, how to do things to help themselves in the community, not wait till the government come and do it for them. They were not doing things in the forest, in the bush, in wherever. They were doing things in the open place. Anything that they were doing, they get permission from the Ghana police. They don't just go and do stuff. They will get permission. They write to the police that we are organizing a program here at this time, and they get a permit for that. You see, because they were doing nothing. People Liberation Council do not believe in those who are training people in the bush. I don't even know if there is one, because what we heard was the people who were trained in the bush are not people from Western Togoland. There were some kind of political party hoodlums that the political parties were doing that, but we did not have the fact about that. So when the issue came, we were not even able to identify a single person in those people belonging to Western Togoland issue. You see, so all those issues, and the government was not able to come out clearly. And these people will be, when they get arrested, what happened to them? They let them go. Kofi, you are in Ghana. When those people were arrested in the bush, what happened to them? They let them go. They let them go. So you see, the whole thing is not determined. The issue is not determined. When somebody is arrested, they try to implicate Western Togoland. But when they go to court, they realize that what they are saying is not true, and then they'll let the people go. But I am not dwelling my part on those things. if you look at the video that we listened, the first one, you see how the United Nations was actually debating critically on the issue of Western Togoland Union with an independent Gold Coast. And one thing the guy said was that he said if the union with Gold Coast is rejected, then a new situation will arise. We will come to a new situation. If the union is rejected, that was where they were asking for the people to go on plebiscite. He also rejected the idea of a tribal union, that it is not desirable for the people to have a tribal union. Because of, if I have to go back, I would have told you what was happening with the Togoland Congress and other people, those in the Volta region and those in the Northern region. There were a few misunderstandings of the issue, where one portion is like, yeah, we want to be joining Gold Coast in union. We want our self-independence. We want self-autonomy right now. So we want to be with the Gold Coast and have autonomy. And there were other parts from the southern part that the second speaker was referring to as the Everest. We're also saying that we are not people from the Gold Coast. We don't want to be part of them. We want to unite with our colleagues in the Togo, which is the Everest-speaking people in the Eastern Togo. Eastern Togo is where we are calling today as Togo. So those have also been the issue at the time. But when I will go into that, I'll be able to tell you clearly.
Okay,
for the sake of time,
time.
Now, this is what the first speaker was also talking about. This is a symbol of the plebiscite. This one is talking about union. When they go for the voting, if you vote for the hand, you are voting for union with an independent Gold Coast. If you vote for the sun, then you are voting for separation from the Gold Coast. If you vote for this one, that was the thing. One of the issues that the guy was trying to say. Now let me read the question. We talk about the question. This is the question. If you see here, this is the question for the hand. It says this is the question posed during the plebiscite. It says the union of Togoland under British administration with an independent Gold Coast. So when you vote for this hand, you are voting for the union of Togoland under British administration with an independent Gold Coast. So if you vote for this one, you are voting for that question. That is the thing you are voting for. Now, if you vote for this one, that means you are voting against the union. So this is the question. The separation of Gold Coast, the separation of Togoland under British administration from the Gold Coast and its continuous under trusteeship, pending the ultimate decision of its political future. Now, this is the question the guy says that it's not necessary. He said the second question is not needed because this question will confuse the people. This is the question that Britain wanted to ask the people, and United Nations says this is not necessary. The second question is not necessary. If you go back and watch the video when you have your free time, you will see he was talking about that the second question is not desirable and it's not necessary because it's very ambiguous. So everybody at the time, that particular time, everybody is saying that, oh, okay, we are sick and tired of a colonial rule. We are sick and tired of the foreign domination of our land. We want the imperialists to leave our country. Everybody is sick and tired. So when the issue of joining Gold Coast in the union came, Togoland Congress was against it. They were campaigning against it. I said, no, we are a country of our own.
Brennan, you call all the history, no, but the near person said, now you are not calling for separation. You are not calling, say, Western Togoland, and went free Ghana home. So what you are calling for no a union, which has already happened. So in summary, before I didn't come baby, you know, Ghana and Western Togoland, whether unit no Kosu, San Kosu, now Ghana, we've had people say the wild kind from Western Togolander, Umabaye president, Ebia Peja Ghana flag, far and Nyama Omachibu for Ghana, no, we free way ye Ghana, Sesia, ye Akoso Bodam. esi Western Togoland asase. So if we are to go by demarcation adema here. So Ghana and Western Togoland, we don't need Nkrata before we can say we have joined. We have already joined. Until final words, and then admonition to womo agitating womo block akwan ni ade no.
Unfortunately, we are not already joined. We are not already joined. The only thing that could join us is the union. If the union is not established, then we are not joined together. We are not joined together. We are talking about political union. All that you mentioned, we were her, it is fine. It is still going to be where it is. It's going to benefit everybody. It's going to benefit Ghana. It's going to benefit Western Togoland. Whoever qualified to be a president of Ghana, you can come from Western Togoland. You can run for president. If you win, you be a president for everybody. If you are from the Gold Coast, if you win, you become a president for everybody. It's still going to be the same, provided that is what the people. If I say the people, I'm referring to the leaders of Ghana and the leaders of Western Togoland. Because when the union is supposed is to establish the representative of Western Togoland, we have to meet the representative of Ghana. So all that I am telling you now, they have to adopt and agree to that. Then it works. I can say that though, but I am not the one going to say things for Ghana and Western Togoland. But we say that because we are enjoying this, we are doing this together, so therefore we already joined. That is not the issue. We are not joined unless there is union. But when the union comes into being, the people will decide how to deal with what you are saying, that we are enjoying this, we are doing that, we are doing it. The people will decide. The people of Western Togoland together with the people of Ghana, together, both of them will sit down and discuss it and say, okay, this is what we do, this is how we go, this is how the union will be like. That is why we are saying that Britain failed to establish the union, because where British say that there is a union between Western Togoland and independent Gold Coast, at that point, Britain did not organize any constitutional conference between the people of Western Togoland and the people of Ghana, and that is not in any of your history. And then you can also see that Britain refused to guide Western Togolanders to form a government at the time that Britain said that the union was established. When the union was established, according to the letter signed by Alan Noble, at that time, Gold Coast has a prime minister, which was Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and then at that time, Britain also has legislative council, and then that legislative council today is what we call parliament. At that time, they were making law for the colony. Western Togoland do not have anything of that sort. So you can see Britain guide her colony, prepare the colony to become self-autonomy. But Britain did not prepare Western Togoland to become self-autonomy and form the union with the Gold Coast. So what they did after the election, they just absorbed Western Togoland. Western Togoland was absorbed. That is the fact that we need to establish, that Western Togoland was absorbed. When you see, because of time, we cannot discuss the video that we played. Otherwise, you are seeing how CPP made his way to Western Togoland and influenced the people there. It is clear in the report the guy was saying there. The guy over there is not from Gold Coast, it's from Western Togoland. Those guys are Western Togolanders. They are not from Gold Coast. CPP is a Gold Coast party. CPP was founded in South Pond in 1949 by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah after he broke away from UGCC. CPP was not registered as a political party in Western Togoland. So how come CPP was allowed to have influence in Western Togoland? To the extent that CPP members from Western Togoland will have to go to the United Nations to represent the interests of CPP. That is one point that the video is telling us. But unfortunately, we don't have time to go into it. You see clearly over there, you see what happened in those times. You see my point? So a lot of issues goes on. how the CPP make their way to Western Togoland, influence the people there, and the way of to the point of going to the United Nations. And the guy was clear. He said something. He said he's supposed to be at the United Nations at last session of the 4th committee, but the British prevented me. This is what the first reader said when he was giving his statement. He's supposed to be there at the 4th meeting, 4th committee, the last meeting of the 4th committee. The 4th committee at the United Nations, we are referring to the Transition Council, that is the decolonization. They are the 4th committee. The first committee has to do with the Security Council. So when you go to the United Nations, it's all about committee, first committee, second committee, third committee, 4th committee, like that. So that the 4th committee is referring to the decolonization committee. So that's where he's supposed to go, on the 4th committee. But he was prevented by the British. Why? Because you are coming from Western Togoland and you are going to the United Nations to represent CPP. That is not a political party in Western Togoland. And Britain cannot allow you to go and do that. They cannot allow you to go and do that. That is why when CPP members come to Western Togoland to influence the people, Western Togolanders will write a report to Britain, the Commissioner for Privacy, and to complain that these people are coming to our land. They are not Western Togolanders. Why are they campaigning in our land? Why are they in our land? Why are they allowed in our territory? So those are the things, and you see that clearly represented in the video. You see, for the statement. I think we need time actually to revisit this thing, and we can digest it very well for our viewers to get a clear picture that it is what we are asking for. It is not a separation. That is one. It is not about we be in Ghana for a long time, so be it. No, we are not saying that. We are saying that the people of Western Togoland are human beings. They're supposed to be accorded as such. We have to follow the international law that make everyone equal before the law. So the people of Western Togoland must be seen equally to the people of Gold, which is now Ghana.
All right.
By establishing the union, so that everybody will know they are left and right. For us to lump one country into another and still maintain that, and we say that because you were illegally in our country, so you are here already, and so we are one. It's never done like that. This is the political union. People have dignity. People want their freedom. People want their territorial integrity. People want to preserve their culture. People want to preserve their boundaries. People want to preserve their history. People want to keep what belongs to them, keep it for generations to come, and make things work good for everybody. And we need to do that. This is what we are saying. We are not running away from anybody. We are not breaking away from anybody. Ghana, one point I want to make it clear is that Ghana and Western Togolanders, we were interconnected long time ago before the arrival of the imperialists. So before the imperialists arrived, Western Togoland people were already interconnected. Already. We are interconnected. So there is no way we can break one from another. So the only way we can do it is to create a union. That's all.
All right.
That's people are using the argument. Oh, we have people in Western Togoland. They are also in Ghana, and because of that, no, we cannot do nothing. No. Not because of that. Not because of that. People, we have the same people. You have one paramount chiefs in Ghana, and the same his people in Western Togoland, and they pay homage to the paramount chiefs in Ghana. And because of that, we should not do the union. If we are separating people, then you'll be talking like that. If you look at the Aflau, 2015, when he came out recently with a press statement, when the soldiers were released to the Aflau border and citizens were beaten here and there, recently in the 2020 election, when 2015 came, 2015 is the paramount chief of Aflau. He said he have his people in Togo, maybe in Benin. So when they have their festival, he invites them, all of them come and join hands with them in Ghana and celebrate it. So that tells you that the people are in other country as well. But that does not mean because you have your people in another country, you should not belong to where you belong. You should say because you have other people there, So you can't be, you cannot be separated from that. You cannot. No, Togo City is in Aflau, but he still rule his people in Togo. He still rule his people in Benin. So it's like that. If you look at the Papacy are in the Oti region, in the Western Togoland. The Papacy, they are the people of Intim Jakari. They run away when the Ashanti and the Dentra War, a war led by the Okonfu Anoche, the son of the Ewe, who hailed from the Ngoche. You know, Okonfu Anoche is an Ewe man. He led that war. He led Ashanti to that war. And because the Ashanti was winning the war and were expanding their hegemonic expansion, then the people of Papacy ran to where they are today in the Oti region. See, and when they were there, they still pay homage to the Ashanti, but nobody says nothing. That is fine. When the Waura people, the Waura, when they migrated from the Ashantima, they end up in Brui. When things were not going on well for them, they also moved to where they are today in the Oti region, formerly the Volta region. They were there and they still pay homage to Nana Osei. You see, recently when
but serious set, this issue of Konfanoche from the being an ever is news to me. Me name that.
Togbi Aklomada, the one who led the Evers from the Ngoche Kingdom, and his twin brother, who was also in the Ngoche Kingdom, is called Konfu Anoche. He's called Chala, but then when he get to Tumu, the people don't know his name, and then they call him Konfu Ngoche, and then that name became Konfu Anoche. Konfu Ngoche became Konfu Anoche. You see, and then you know the history from there, how he met Osei and how he was Osei's friend and all that. He helped him, and then he finally came and planted the Kum Asi tree, the Kum tree that he planted, and then because of that we have the Kumasi. Normally it was called the Kum Asi, and then stuff like that. And he brought the Goldens to unite the Ashantis or the Dakans, whatever you could call it, and all that. He led them in the war and here and there. But the fact is that he is an ever boy.
Hey, he's an Ekuapem boy. No, Konfanoche is an Ekuapem boy. Konfanoche is not an ever boy.
He's free
Ekuapem. Konfanoche free Ekuapem on free voter.
Where did he came from before he get there? He came from somewhere. Konfanoche do not have a trace. You will ask why. Konfanoche have done a great thing for Ashanti Kingdom. Why is it that he don't have a trace? When we should go into that history, it should be another different thing altogether. But for now, that is not important now. Just put that somehow. But what we need to know here, like I was saying, is that all these things that we are saying, we have people who are in Western Togoland who pay homage to their paramountcy in Ghana. But that does not mean that we should not make the union. When we make the union, they will still be there and be still paying the women what they were doing. They will still be doing it. Nothing will change. They will not say now the union has been established, so you don't pay homage to your paramount chief. I don't think such things will happen. You will still go on and do what you were doing. Nothing will change. It's still going to be the same country, the same people. But then there will be understanding that everybody belongs to one country. Nobody will go and be pointing accusation figure at somebody and said, I put it to you, you are not a Ghanaian. Nobody will be doing that. That is why we are crying for the union. We are asking that the union should be actually fermented so that the right of Western Togolanders can also be ascertained as a human being. The dignity of them can be restored, and then we can have a bigger and a broader regional integration. So that there can be peace in the sub-region. This is what we are crying for.
All right.
We cannot ignore this. If we ignore this, generation will come and fight for this. I don't want to go back to the history, how our people were being changed out of their land because they were asking for restoration of Western Togoland because of the sake of time. But I believe that next time, if we have to have this conversation, we will go deeper and discuss it more so that our people will get the understanding.
All right.
Now, what we are asking for is that the youth of Ghana and Western Togoland should wake up. They should be interested in this issue. They should be interested in looking for the fact, the truth. When they find out the truth, they should be able to tell their leaders about the truth and do the right thing. We can't be sitting down all the time and our leaders will come and tell us something that does not exist.
All right, Seth. Seth, finally, Obia sending a message. Be consistently say Onimo as a party organizer. I don't know. Is that true?
At a party organizer, which party?
Or say a political party organizer. Ask or say Kofi ask him. Is he not the political party organizer? And I'm like, I don't know that. What I know is he's a coordinator for.
I am not a party organizer. I don't organize any party anywhere.
No, is that political party?
No. No. Here, the person might know me, but that is not who I am. I am not any party organizer. I don't organize anything.
All right. Thank you very much. The set what Mefetu, did I get the pronunciation correct?
My name is Mefetu.
Mefetu. Okay, Mefetu. All right. Thank you very much. That's a partner obre. Meaning say America many times. But no be so as dress and what dress it is a Nigerian. Is that true? Or dress and have you dressed like a Nigerian?
No, we are not Nigerian.
No, you're dressing. What channel did you come?
Well, it's just we're trying to exhibit the African culture.
Oh, okay.
It's better for us to show our culture to the world. We need that. We need to instill this culture in our children who are coming.
All right.
We should be proud of it. So,
okay.
It doesn't make me a Nigerian. I am not Nigerian.
All right. So, that's a part you may say when you're brand a D and Komwe. That's a P.
Mr. Midas.
Right. I was a fauna and Komono, aha, and ye day ABC. Obisi another year history power. So if you don't stop this man, very soon Obeka so too for cry free flower. All right, but edu baby ya na ho be here say ebesua some of these things. Yatiti we will try and find out if it's true. And as I always say, when you listen and you hear something, try and find out. No cry, fine. You no cry, then when we say, but don't take BB out betty be as a sa and a etier. You do be see na yada was say Mokaya ho. Ya crowd.
It's brought to you by
Visit Cup Farm today.
Brain X syrup. Emma mofra adwini mapo muden. SCP, Esita.
Mama Royal Chocolate.
Delicious.
No, don't mommy be here.
KTA Mobile.
It's the future.
Slam Technologies.
The open computer school wow. Teachers no wa botre no betimi akire wa eno ani Slam Technologies.
Fly Ethiopian Airlines, the new spirit of Africa, a Star Alliance
Trading Agency. We are the best. Tap send.
Tap send. Charlie, me say menye ja ho. Me say tapo na send.
Rice pudding.
Abenda the bibia wom.
This program